It's very frustrating in our world that there's no consequences for bad behavior. There's no more manners, really. That's why we have such a rude culture. Manners originated because of dueling. If even right now we go fight with knives, right? There's no guarantee that I'm going to hit you with a knife, right, and not get cut back. So if you wanted to duel somebody, even if you were the baddest dueler in the world, there was a chance you can still meet, your maker, right? And so people then had to learn, like, well, if I'm going to be rude or I'm going to have a problem with you, I better make sure it's worth it. If it's not, I better apologize and act accordingly and treat people properly and act right because your ass was on the line. Nowadays, people they can act however they want. Guys can run up and down a bus, act a moron. You can't do nothing about it because if you stand up and go, hey man, sit down, act right, fucking there's grandparents over there, there's children over here, what the fuck are you doing right now? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, who's the one in trouble? Because I went ahead and tried to correct a violent behavior, like, well, what was he doing? I'm like, he was acting like a moron. He was scaring everybody. Well, what did you do? Well, I grabbed him and threw him in his fucking seat. You touched him? I'm like, oh, Jesus, guys. Like, he was acting like an idiot. But that's the way we're set up right now. So it's a very frustrating society to live in right now.
All right. I don't know if you guys have heard, if you're on X or not, but apparently there's been a kerfuffle in the FAFO universe, and some lady is finding out. Apparently, a liberal libtard has accosted an elderly lady at Target while she was wearing a red Charlie Kirk shirt, and she berated her, and now everything is going south for this woman. So we'll just check it out.
They let you wear that shirt here?
Yes. Why? Why are you taking my picture?
Why are you wearing that shirt? You're working. It's not
It's
a
a
Target
red
shirt.
shirt. I can wear any red shirt.
It's not a plain shirt.
It doesn't have to be
It's a Charlie Kirk shirt.
Yes. Oh, yes, I know.
Are you fucking stupid?
No.
Why the fuck would you wear that? You're at work at Target. That's not a Target shirt. It's not a plain red shirt. You support a racist.
It's not racist.
You support a racist.
He's not a racist.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he fucking is.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stand here and argue with you.
You're not. You should go
over
get
it.
your manager. You should not be allowed to wear that at work. Unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable.
That's your opinion.
No, the opinion is he's a fucking racist and you support him.
That's your opinion, ma'am.
And you
Have
you should not be allowed to wear that. This is
a
going
nice-
to be taken above your fucking head. That's insane.
Have a
Insane.
nice day.
All right. So there you have it. So this lady, Michelle Ponce, however you pronounce it, this lady decided she wanted to go accost this woman. She's mad that she's wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. Charlie Kirk is kind of a big deal, and his fans don't tolerate slander of his name in his death. But I don't really know what is going on with this woman. Like, this woman is probably high on something. I always say, whenever you have a bad interaction with a random woman, don't discount the fact that she might be zooted out of her mind. That being what it is, lots of people want to get in my comments when I tell people that words have actions or words have consequences. And then they want to say, it's just words. Nothing bad should happen to a person. Violence should never happen to a person because of words. Okay, this woman in her 70s, still working at Target because she can't retire, whatever her case might be. If this was your mother, how would you feel? If this was your mother, would you not want to come over there and stone cold stun this woman? Would you not want to come over there and RKO this woman? Like, you would want to do violence. Do you think that this woman should just be allowed to do that and then nothing happened to her? And you guys will say, well, it's bad what she's doing, but nothing bad should happen. Like, violence shouldn't happen. And I'm going to say this woman is doing this because nothing bad happens to her. She's doing this because uppercuts and body slams are not the order of the day. That's not on the chef's special. When you have a society where somebody can't get smacked, punched, body slammed, we can't say, hey, let's step outside and handle this. When you have that kind of a society, you are going to get this kind of foolishness. So once again, I always say, if it was your mom and somebody was talking crazy to your mom, how would you feel? There's literally no reason. If you hate Charlie Kirk, fine, hate him all you want. But why do you need to run up on this old lady at her job and cuss her out? That's completely uncalled for. And if somebody would have came over there and smacked you, I personally think they would have been justified. Now, this situation is actually getting a lot of traction, so we'll check out a couple more videos.
And as you can see, she uses her full. So the chick that recorded herself going inside of a Target and harassing an elderly lady while she was working just because she was wearing a red Charlie Kirk shirt, yeah, she dirty deleted that video. You weren't ready for that heat that came your way, were you? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because here comes some more. Because I don't know when you people are going to learn that you are not that difficult to find. So this is her page, and as you can see, she uses her full legal name as her username. And of course, she lives in California. And of course, she is a healthcare worker. Would you trust this to be your nurse or doctor? That's her husband, by the way. His name is Jose, and she definitely likes him older. But anyways, I went ahead and called Enlo Health in Chico, California to go ahead and express my concerns about their employee. And while I had them on the phone, I went ahead and asked them if they were aware of her lengthy criminal record. Things like disturbing the peace, battery against a spouse or a cohabitant, criminal threats, violation of protective orders, assault with force likely to cause great bodily injury, abuse or endangerment of the health of a child, and then we round it out with contempt of court. That is who they're entrusting their patients with, though? What happens if a patient says that they support Trump or Charlie Kirk? These are questions that I would be asking if I was an employer of hers. Because that what if could very easily turn into a malpractice suit. Just things to consider if I were them. This was fun. Have a day.
All right. So I 100% agree with what this woman is saying. At the end of the day, you have to look at this woman who did this. This woman here, this lady here, she's giving you the rundown. She's giving you a breakdown on what kind of person this woman is. She's telling you this woman has a lengthy criminal history, and all of it revolves around either her being violent or her being extraordinarily disruptive because no one can be violent in her direction. This woman is a stereotypical bully. I don't know how old she is. Maybe she's in her mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s, whatever. But the point of the matter is this woman's a bully. She's walked through her whole life bullying people. And now at whatever age she is, she feels that it's okay for her to go bully an elderly woman. Now, I'm going to tell you just like this. I'm never going to call myself the roughest, toughest guy on the block, but my mother's in her 70s. And if you are a woman and you accost my mother like that, you're going to fight me. And if you got a husband or a brother or this or that, then I guess me and him got to throw down. And guess what? Long range wireless hole punchers are on the menu. No one's letting you accost their mother like that. It's just like the video I showed you guys the other day when the guy was bullying a woman and her daughter. The girl looked like the girl was a toddler. She could barely talk. And this guy's over there bullying her, bullying the little girl, even more so than the mom. This is what happens when we live in a society where we can't smack people around. But you guys will tell me that words shouldn't have consequence. I don't agree. I don't agree, and I won't agree.
I don't think that's one saying I have.
I know people are calling for her to be fired for this. Do you think that that's right? Would you like that to happen?
No, I don't think that's right. Like one saying I have is two wrongs don't make a right. You know, she wronged me, but I don't want to wrong her, or I don't want her wrong because it's not going to make it right. I mean, that was her opinion. But she's the one that put it on Facebook or put it on that. So, you know, but I really wouldn't want to see somebody lose their job over it.
I know people.
All right, so I hope you guys could hear that. The sound was a little messed up. Let me see if I can get this sound right just real quick.
I think that's right. Like what?
All right, so on X, I'm on X right now. On X, it's all mono sound, so you guys might only hear it from one speaker. If that's the case, I do apologize. But you guys hear what this old lady is saying. She doesn't want she doesn't think two wrongs make a right. She does not want this woman to get fired. Now, subsequently, this woman has been fired, right? People tracked her down. They contacted her bosses and she got fired. She's a healthcare worker. I don't know if she's a nurse or STNA, whatever the case might be, but her license is under review. So, you know, consequences, FAFO. Now, me personally, I don't want her, I wouldn't want her working in the healthcare field because just like the lady said, just like this lady said, what if your mom is a Trump supporter? What if your mom is a conservative? What if you have kids that are conservative? What if? Why do we have to live in a world where our political beliefs or even our religious beliefs could lead to us getting subpar care or even having malpractice done against us because this person is a raging lunatic. If your mom was in that healthcare field, or if your mom was in a nursing home, in a hospital, if your daughter, son, husband, whatever was in the hospital or in need of medical care and they didn't get it and they died or they were maimed, permanently injured, something like that. If that happened and you found out it was because this person was discriminating against them because they were just a Trump fan or a Trump supporter or a Charlie Kirk supporter, if that happened, would you not want to do violence? Like, keep in mind, I'm not calling for violence, but what I'm saying is there's a time for everything. You can't just walk through life without consequence. This idea that words shouldn't have consequence, this idea that words should just be free, I 110% disagree with that. Words are not free. Yes, this woman should be fired. I don't care how you feel about that. She should be fired. Number one. Number two, I 100% support somebody coming over there and backhanding that woman. I support somebody coming over there and clotheslining this woman. If hands would have gotten put on that woman in that instance, I 100% support it. She should have got hands put on her. This idea that you should be able to attack people like this and not get slapped, if women can do it, then men can do it. And what's going to stop the man from getting physical? Right? We need order and we need decorum and we need civility. And the way that happens is when everybody knows they can get their lip busted. Once again, I'm not calling for violence. I'm just saying words have a price. And if you guys want a good, safe, peaceful society, sometimes somebody need to get slapped. It is what it is. You let me know.